Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Livingalittle. It's been a while I have posted videos. So if you are somebody who is new to my channel, I'm Atia Chaudhary. I live in Ireland from past 4 years and I have been creating videos on study in Ireland, life in Ireland and things you should know before moving to this country, whether for studies or job. So you guys must know, if you follow me on Instagram, I have been having a great time with my family in India, and that's the reason I wasn't really active making videos. And we had a wedding in our house and this was the first ever wedding, so I couldn't spare time to make videos. So apologies, I'll be back with more videos soon. And so moving on with this video, we are going to talk about two things. Firstly, whether do you require a transit visa to travel to Heathrow Airport? Secondly, what things you should consider when you are traveling, whether domestic or international. There are certain things you should know and which a lot of people are facing nowadays during their travel time, and this would help you to save a lot of money. If you don't believe me, watch this video till the end and you will be able to know how much I saved. I'll firstly talk about, a lot of people have questions about if you have a connecting flight from Heathrow Airport and if the terminal is a different terminal. Like imagine you are landing at a terminal 3 and your flight is from terminal 2 or terminal 1. Do you require a transit visa and how much time is enough for you to do the transit? Firstly, you don't require a transit visa when you have a connecting flight. The flight is from terminal 3 to terminal 2, be going via a bus. There are terminal shuttles, there are terminal buses, and it takes just few minutes to travel from different terminals. If your layover is for more than 10 hours, traveled for 2 hours layover, I have traveled for 7 hours layover, and I never required a transit visa. So you don't really require transit visa to travel via Heathrow Airport. And my only suggestion to the people would be like, take a buffer of 2 to 3 hours from your connecting flight. Whenever you're traveling internationally, make sure you lock your luggage. This is the first time ever I haven't locked my luggage. I was like, chalo yaar, koi baat nahi, dekh lenge. I haven't faced any issue previously in my life, so there won't be any issue this time as well, but I should have logged it. And this was my first time I was traveling from Virgin Atlantic. I have never ever traveled through this airline, and unfortunately I lost my baggage. I forgot to add that while packing stuff, I have added that in the suitcase. This is important because I'll tell you a story. While we were traveling to India, our suitcases were almost coming in the last slot. And has a blue colored suitcase, and he could actually watch the suitcase coming from the belt, but it was almost 10-15 minutes and the suitcase was not revolving around where we were standing. So I just asked him that this suitcase is really common in India and we get it on huge discount in few years back, so just check out, maybe somebody would have picked it up by mistake. So he went the other side of the belt and then he found out like this another lady who took up that suitcase. So he wasn't also not sure whether it's his suitcase or her suitcase, and he was standing for a couple of minutes and then he just asked, can I check the bag tag? And eventually it turned out to be his suitcase. So if he would not have checked, that lady would have gone away with another suitcase, and फिर अलग से एक और chaos हो जाता कि उसकी suitcase लेकर आनी है, उनसे contact करना है. That was just a suitcase. Like we could have tracked using the bag tag which we usually get with the bags, but फिर अगेन बहुत ज़्यादा chaos हो जाता. ऑलरेडी एक सूटकेस लॉस्ट हो चुकी है, दूसरी सूटकेस हम फिगर आउट कर रहे हैं कौन ले गया, दिमाग ही ख़राब हो जाता. Just keep a tag and keep your suitcase locked. So बड़ी check or sneak peek into your suitcase and see यार इसके पास कितना सारा सामान है, क्या पता उन्होंने मेरा सामान देख लिया. If you are someone who wants to move abroad for their study basis and do not know the right course or the right country for them, you can reach out to my counselor and he can help you to shortlist countries or courses based on your eligibility and your long-term job goals, and he will be able to help you with all these questions. This service is free of cost, so make sure you check out the consult link in the description below and make some better decision for yourself. To the point, how did I figure out that my baggage is lost? So I was the last person on the baggage belt and everybody was gone. So when the baggage belt stopped, that was the moment I realized that there is no more luggage coming up and I do not have my suitcase. So there could be two scenarios. One, somebody would have picked up my suitcase. Second, I have just lost it, or it would have been left it on the London airport. So we had a connecting flight from London. So we traveled from Dublin to London, then another layover of 2.5 hours. Then we traveled from London to Delhi through Virgin Atlantic. The first flight was from Airline Loses, which is from Dublin to London, and the second flight was from Virgin Atlantic, which was from London to Delhi. The moment when I realized that my luggage is not there, so I asked the airport authority how could I check out for baggage claim or baggage loss. So they told me there is a Virgin Atlantic customer care support at the back of the belt section, so go check out with them. Guys, I just lost my baggage, so I just went to the baggage claim counter. I filled up this form and they told me that they would be delivering it to my home in next 2 days. And मैं इसे बोल रही थी कि इसका बैग गुम होगा और मेरा ही गुम हो गया बहुत बड़ी हैसल थी. आई विल गो होम एंड एक्सप्लेन कि क्या क्या किया है, बट बैगेज आ जाता है.
हो गया मतलब इसका सिंपल सी बात ही है. मम्मी पापा बाहर वेट कर रहे हैं, फटाफट जाते हैं.
We had baggage tags, so I do not have tag on my ticket. It's on Siddhant's ticket. We had 4 baggage tag numbers on our tickets, and they checked out each tags, and we compared all the tags with the suitcases we have. The number which are on back side of the tickets were similar to one we have here. So three bag tag matched and one of them did not, which was from the lost suitcase. And so she was able to identify that the bag tag which has been added to the lost suitcase is the one which has been left at the London airport. So she asked me to fill out a form with all the details, like where am I traveling, where I've been going, and it has the details like my flight number, my flight booking details, my current address in India, and the cell phone number, and she also added the bag tag number to make sure, well, when they are tracking it has the right number. So I also added some details about the suitcase, what color the suitcase is, what brand is, and what sort of stuff I'm carrying in the suitcase, so that it will be easier for them to track. So I've shared that form with her. She gave me the photocopy of the form, and she gave me another form which has a delayed or damaged baggage slip. You can purchase emergency essential meanwhile when you are not receiving your luggage, and there is a website link which says Virgin Atlantic /baggage claim, and you can upload receipts of the things you have purchased and they would be able to reimburse those. So far I have purchased a few things, but I have not uploaded to the website, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna receive reimbursed for the few essentials which are in the baggage. And the lady over the counter mentioned me that my baggage would come in the next flight, which is 8 a.m. this morning, and within 1 or 2 days I would receive the baggage. So my next question to her was, how would I be able to receive my baggage? Do I need to come to the airport? Because I live in Sirsa, Haryana, and I have to drive another 4 to 5 hours to get my baggage. So she mentioned like as soon as they receive the baggage, it will be posted to my house from them. So unfortunately so far I have no updates from them, so I'm still hopeful. Let's see how far it goes. So unfortunately, I haven't received my luggage. After 21 days, the airline has emailed me saying that they were unable to identify the suitcase, and I could apply for reimbursement for the stuff which I had into the suitcase. I know the airline has provided me reimbursement for the stuff I have been carrying, but they will not be able to give back the things which I have been carrying from long time. Like imagine I had few ethnic clothes which I thought I'd do, during the wedding time in my house, but it is what it is. We can't really do what's done. So always add a bag tag and always take a picture of the suitcase which you have been carrying, because a lot of time what happens is when these airlines are transferring your luggage from one airline to another airplane, they mishandle your bag and they sometimes damage it. So if you have a picture before and after, you could share it with the airline and they would definitely be able to provide reimbursement for the damage they have caused to your luggage. And if you are rich enough, I would highly recommend buying a air tag. This way you could easily locate your baggage. Secondly, always put a lock to your baggage. A lot of times I have came across a lot of situation over Instagram. I have seen a lot of Instagram influencers who have traveled recently and they have lost a few things from their bag. So I always suspect like I lost my baggage because somebody would have sneak peek into my luggage and they would have checked, she's carrying a lot of that suitcase mostly had the gift items. So they would have, thought ki chalo le lete hain. Who knows? So this was the first ever time I have not put a baggage lock, and I really regret it. So always put a bag lock. Actually received reimbursement for the stuff which I have been carrying in the suitcase, and luckily I had online bills for the gifts I have purchased. So what I actually did is airline provided me with a PDF form wherein they had a tabular format. I have added all the different items which I have purchased or which I thought would be in the suitcase, and I have linked the bill with them, and also like I also added the reimbursement amount for the suitcase, though I did not have the bill. So they actually deduct few amount for like, if like the I mentioned like the suitcase is 2 years old, so they reduce 20% of the suitcase and they reimburse the remaining 80%. So they actually reimburse a lot of things, but there are few terms and conditions. They cannot reimburse for fragile things like, you know, which are breakable, and they could not provide reimbursement for the food items because according to them the shelf life for food item is really low. So this was really unfortunate, and I had to go through a whole process. And the worst part about this is you cannot call the airline, you cannot follow up with them on daily basis. You just have to wait for their automated email you receive within 24 to 48 hours about your luggage, and you just keep waiting. My brother traveled from New Zealand. He also lost his suitcase during the travel time, but he received his suitcase the next day. My sister was traveling from Canada, also missed her suitcase, and she received it within 2 days. But I was the only unfortunate individual. So guys, this happens a lot of time. Most of the people are facing these issues. So make sure you keep all these things in mind and take picture of everything. Like I have decided that whenever I'm traveling, I'm going to take a picture of my luggage, what's inside. I'm going to make a small video so that I can have a proof at least to show them, to give me a good reimbursement for the stuff I have been carrying. So that's really it about this video. I hope this video was helpful. You now know if you require transit visa or not, to do when you lose a baggage, and even if your baggage is damaged from the airline, you can apply for reimbursement. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll be back with more videos soon, and I'll be updating videos on weekly basis, and I'll see you guys in the next video.